Welcome everybody. Today I'm going to be doing a video on rookie budgeting for your fantasy side. Rookie budgeting is important at this stage of the season. Obviously, we don't have that good of an idea of which exact rookies are going to be selected for round one. Like, we get a general idea of who's training the track down and what sides might be thinking, who they're thinking about. Like, players will come out and they'll say, oh, so-and-so looking good or burning the track down, but we don't know until those round one teams what rookies are going to be available to us. Obviously, the picture will become a bit clearer over preseason. We'll see who's playing preseason, and then we'll make our decisions from there. But when we're making sides at this side of the year, it's important to have that cash there because, as you can see on screen, I've got a side that I just picked from the most selected players. I did accentuate it a bit, so we only had a lot of 170k guys, but I think you'll get the picture from this. So if we have a look at this side, we can see there's a lot of Jets in the lines. The Jets look really good, but to do that, this side sacrifice, there is no rookie budgeting at all. They just whacked in a whole bunch of 170k guys and then use that cash all over the field. And you'll see this a lot. You'll see this a lot in Rate My Side threads on various sites. People whack sides together like this, and they'll be like, "Oh, what do you think?" And even sometimes they'll go, "Oh, yeah, rookies subject to selection round one." But if you had this side and the round one teams come out, there's no way that you'd get this many 170k guys selected, and you'd have a nightmare come round one trying to restructure sides around what rookies come out, and you'd be struggling with cash here. You'd have to crack some of the premiums, and you'd have to find out who's playing. It would be an absolute nightmare. So when we're making sides at this side of the year, what we want to do is we want to have a nice mix. It doesn't have to be exact of who's playing, but the cash range has to be right. So what I've done is I've picked some sides that did really well last year, and we'll have an examination of how they budgeted for the rookies, and then I'll compare that to the side that I released the other day, how it's budgeted, and then going from there, you'll be able to put that rough amount of money in and then plan your side from there. So let's go have a look at that. Alright, so here we've got Trent's side from last year. I've deemed a rookie that was anyone that's priced under 50. Here we've got our priced at column, so you can see if it was their actual average that may have been subsidised, or their draft price or their basement price, what it was in 2019 and what it was in 2020. Not too much of a difference. I know the magic number has gone up this year. As you can see here, in 2019 we had 7418. This year it's 7637. But if you look down here, this pricing, it's only a overall difference for our rookies of 31,000, so not much at all. But the key thing to take away here is the structure. There was 15 players priced under 50, and it came to 3.3k, so 3.3 million, and this year would also be 3.3 million, just a little bit more. So one like a teensy upgrade on maybe a player. So yeah, not much money at all really. 30,000 is not the end of the world. You can work with that. So obviously the magic number this year being high is affecting more our premium guys. So yeah, that's what Trent had. You can have a look at that. It had 7 basement price players. It had 3 from the draft, and then it had a few from the previous year's averages. So that's what we can work around with that. We can have a look. Obviously, it's dependent on round one, but you can see it doesn't really matter, really. It just comes down to who picked round one. But what we want to do is budget these prices into our side. So 15 players coming to a total of 3.3 million, and then pick the rest of the side from there. We'll have another look at the side. We'll have a look at Selby's side. Selby, of course, being back-to-back winner, and then did really well last year, top 100 as well, after sitting out a year. Phenomenal player. If you don't study him, I think you're behind the ball already. Why wouldn't you study who the best player is to try to get better? So let's have a look at his side. He went with a only 14 players that were priced under 50, but along the same lines, and it came to 3.1 million. So, very little difference there. Obviously, he had one less rookie than Trent, but very similar. Still had that 3.1 million in his side. So, and the players are priced roughly the same as what Trent had. So you can see a pattern starting to form there. They've gone for around 3.1 million to 3.3 million. So that's a rough guide of how much you should be planning. If anything, you should be probably planning a little bit more because it's easier to go down than it is to go up. It's always easier to have a guy that's a bit more in value, and then you get a nice surprise on round one, and you can go, oh well, this guy looked good in preseason and he's a little bit cheaper. This guy, and that's only if someone doesn't get picked. So say Will Phillips doesn't get picked, but Tom Howell gets picked this year for round one, you'd go, oh well, there's a little bit of a saving, and I'll take that, and I can use that money. Maybe there's an upgrade that was just out of your reach, and now you can get it. So that's what we should be looking to do with our sides. Next one I'll show you is the side that I planned for the other day. So you can see I was pretty close to the mark. I had 15 players at 3.4 million. So that's what I was saying. I've gone a little bit more, but I mean, if one of these guys doesn't get picked, I can always go down. Hopefully, maybe we'll have to go up, but I'm hoping with a little bit of extra cash I've sent there that I'll be able to just go down and then use that money. I could even bank it really to do that. So that's what you should be planning to do. So plan to spend about 3.4, somewhere between 3 million and 3.5 million in your rookies, 15 players, and then plan from there. That seems to be the most successful way to do it. You don't want to be spending like that first side. That first side actually had 16 rookies and it only came to a value of 2.9 million. So you can see how they're going to, if that was the side, you'd be scrambling. I'm not saying that the sides are that bad, but I have definitely seen some sides where they've just pumped out a few 170k guys because that obviously fits. You really need to plan at this stage. And then once that's planned, don't worry too much about what the names are. Just make sure you have the cash there. And if anyone comes out and tells you, oh, you really need this rookie, or just go, relax, dude. I've planned for it. It's in my budget. I need more help on planning my on-field premiums. So yeah, that's a quick video there on how to budget for your rookies, and I will talk to you soon.